Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about another coding problem. Today we are going to talk about a Citadel online assessment question, which is inversion. So this has been asked in Citadel online assessment during one of the software engineer or quant researcher role. So let's dive into the question. So in this question, we have to first of all let's straight read the question properly first. We have to find out the number of subsequents which are strictly decreasing. Like in this question, first of all, subsequence. What is subsequence? Let's understand. Subsequence is basically created by deleting zero or more elements from a list while maintaining the order. For example, the subsequence of 1, 2, 3 are 1, 2, or 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, all elements. And inversion is a strictly decreasing subsequence of length 3. More formally, given an array P of n, an inversion in the array is any uh, time some P of I is greater than P of j is greater than P of k for I less than j less than k. Determine the number of inversion within a given array. So this was the question. Basically, we have to find a subsequence of length 3 which is strictly decreasing, and we have to maintain the order that it was present initially. Let's see some example, then the question would be much clearer. The input as an input, we are going to get a array of integer, and we have to output integer denoting the number of inversions in the array. Of course, the data type of that integer is going to be long. We are going to set that data type as long so that the integer doesn't overflow. Let's see the example to get much more clear understanding of the question. In this question, we have been given this array. In this example, we have been given this array 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. How many inversion we can form? We can form 5, 3, 2 because 5, 3, 2 is strictly decreasing of order. And so we have to make the subsequence of length 3. 5, 3, 1, 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. As you can see, like we are maintaining the order as it was present initially. Like 5 was present before 3, and 3 was present before 2. So 5, 3, 2 as it was given in the initial array. So we have to, in total, we can form 7 in array inversions. So the output is going to be 7 in this case. Let's talk about another example. In this example, we have been given 4, 4, 2, 1. How many array inversion we can form is 2. First of all, 4 to 1 and 4 to 1. First 4 is coming from the first element, second 4 is coming from the second element. So that's why 4 to 1. We have to make sure that element is strictly decreasing. So we cannot form 4, 4, 1. Okay. The constants are the value of n belongs to 1 to 5,000, and value of array is 1 to 10 to the power 6. So clearly, based on the values, we have to set up our data type as long or long. So this is a solution. Before straight diving into the solution, first of all, let's talk about the brute force approach. The brute force approach is going to be, we can solve this question by of n cube using 3 for loops for each of representing each of the index of this inversion. So I, j, k, I is going to represent first index, j is going to represent second index, k is going to represent third index, and we are going to iterate I, j, k from for all over the length of the array, and we are going to check whether that value is strictly increasing or decreasing. If that value is strictly decreasing, then we are going to increase the value of count by 1. Because we have to find out the number of strictly decreasing. So this can be solved in O of n cube, but that's the brute force approach. So we are going to think about some approach which is going to take less time. The complexity of that question is going to be less than O of n cube, which is O of n square, let's say, is preferred. So how are we going to solve that question? So my thought process is basically, first of all, let me explain you the thought process that I'm thinking. For the three pointer, or basically, I mean, like for the three index, what I'm going to do, what I'm pretty certain about is the J index is always going to be in the middle. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the J index from 1 to n minus 1, and that is going to be the middle index of these three elements. And we have to find, I'm going to find out how many elements are there which are less than J. Starting from I equal to 0 to J, how many elements are there which has right now is less than A of J. And in the right side, how many elements are more than A of J. Then let's say three elements are less than A of J in the left side of the array. And in the right side, there are four elements which are more than J, A of J. So in total, for this, using this A of J, we can form 3 multiplied by 4, 12 uh, uh, this inversion array, because we are going to take one from left side and one from the right side, taking the J. We can form one inversion in the same way, as there are three elements are there in the left side, four elements are there in the right side, so we can form 12 elements. So this is the approach that I'm going to take for this question. Just finding I will use one for loop for iterating the middle element of the array of the iterating for the middle element of the array inversion, and one while loop or one for loop, whatever, for the left side and one for the right side. We have to keep that in mind. It's going to take O of n square time. It's going to take O of n square time complexity is only because the right side and left side of the array is going to be uh, uh, iterated only once. Like it's not a nested for loop. It's just one for loop for the left side and one for the right side. So whole array is going to be get iterated only one time. So let's straight dive into the solution. Then the approach would get much clearer. So as you can see in the solution, we are iterating through each element to calculate the inversion at with it at as the middle element. So starting from int j equals 0 till n minus 1. This is for the middle element because the middle element can start from 1 and can vary till n minus 1. And we initialized a int greater before uh, a variable to basically store how many elements are there which are greater than this current middle value, which is a of j, array of j. So this for loop is basically counting how many elements are there which are more than a of j in the left side and how many are less in the right side. And this for loop is basically finding out how many are smaller in the right side. And like I said, and finally, we are going to multiply this value, like three are there, three are in the left side, four are in the right side. Then total is going to be total that we have till now, plus 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12 for this element of the, for this middle element, which is a of j. And we are going to check for each of a of j, which is starting from 1 till n minus 1. And finally, we are going to return the total inversion variable, and this is going to return the total number of inversion that we have. So this is the approach for this question. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your thought and questions. I'll see you in the next video. Keep coding, guys. Thank you.